So I was recently on rereading Berserk, and I was thinking like, yo, why does this not have a good adaptation? I know we got one like in the 90s that was the best one, and then of course we got the catastrophe that was the 2016 and 2017 Berserk, which that nasty CGI when there's like a video game that looks, there was a Berserk video game that looks way better than that CGI they used in that anime. And then of course we got like that 3-part movie that was like, okay, it wasn't the worst like animation, but it was okay, it could have been better. So I'm gonna talk about like why Berserk's probably never gonna get a faithful good adaptation, because there's a lot of reasons why I think it is, and there's other reasons that other people said. Like I know there's a lot of people that's probably covered this in the past. I just want to talk about put my own spin on this and just talk. First thing I want to say is Berserk has amazing like artwork. Like the artwork in the manga looks so beautiful. Each panel is drawn amazingly. Like it's so beautiful, and I can see why like a company would get intimidated, like an anime studio would get intimidated by like how beautifully drawn that is, because like it's beautifully drawn. Like there's like nothing, like they would have to spend like so much money to like actually like animate that, because like how beautiful it's drawn. Especially as the manga goes on, it keeps getting better and better, especially as we get in the, you go from like the Golden Age arc all the way to like the Millennium Falcon arc, basically you could say, or the Falcon of Millennium, whatever that arc, the one when Griffith comes back, all that shit, that arc kind of in there, whatever. But yeah, you have that arc, and just like it's so much stuff that's drawn beautifully. Like when Guts is like fighting Granitria, it's like, bro, there's like so much that's just like, wow. It's like, if it would cost so much money if that got animated, and I'm just like, we would need it. Like I really hope that it could get animated one day, but I don't think it is, especially because how long Berserk is and how Berserk's not finished. And I don't know, it really wouldn't make that much money for companies to really do this, because they would put more money in than what they would be getting, because the manga is always on hiatus. It's not like it's something that's in Shonen Jump where they just like push out everything all the time. So I could see like that. So money, the artwork being the issue, especially. Another thing would be like how gory it is. Like Berserk is really gory. There's not really that many anime that are out right now that are coming out new that is as gory as Berserk, because Berserk goes over a lot of nasty. There's a lot of killing, a lot of stuff with there's a lot of like weird stuff. That's all I gotta say. There's a lot of naked people, I'll put it like that. I don't want to go into details for some of the weird stuff they do in Berserk. It's like, it's weird that they do it. Just know there's a lot of naked people for no reason doing naked stuff. Kinda not. That's all I'm gonna put like that. But yeah, Berserk is kind of weird. It's like, it has like super dark. It's super dark, and I don't know if that would really be a crazy selling point, because I'm trying to think. There's not really no anime I can think of that's like on Berserk's level that's out right now, because there's not really been that many crazy dark anime. I mean, maybe we can go and say Goblin Slayer a few years ago with that first episode was crazy, but I mean that was just the first episode. Everything else in Goblin Slayer wasn't as bad as what Berserk does, because Berserk does that for so long. Even though Berserk calms down, especially from them crazy scenes they have, especially Golden Age arc, and then like convention arc, what is it, convention, whatever, I can't even talk right now, whatever, those arcs, how they have like kind of crazy stuff that happens. But Berserk does go toned down, and it's more like action and like other and learning stuff, but they got rid of, but there's still like some crazy stuff. And the way the like the apostles look, I feel like that'd be hard for some people to animate, because CGI they would use, and like I couldn't see this series doing CGI would look disgusting. I'm sorry, like there's like no type of CGI I want to see like the apostles as. But at the same time, like I don't know what they could do exactly for Berserk, because like that's one of the things, like bro, if I hit the lottery, bro, I would invest so much money into making the Berserk. I would be like, yo, I got 5 years, we're gonna perfect this, we're gonna put out 12 episodes, that's it. But yeah, I can't see nobody ever just being like, yo, we're gonna just like straight up make Berserk, because like I think it's too hard, because that artwork looks amazing. To actually make the animation look as good as the artwork is going to cost way more. I don't think they would really make that much money, because it's not like Berserk has that much merchandise besides like manga and then certain shirts and figures and stuff you can get. But it's not like you're going to make like crazy bread off of it. But I mean, at the same time, there's like a huge Berserk fan base, so you probably could make money off it. But then I'm like, I don't know, because like the anime doesn't make money. It's usually the merchandise, unless they're just pushing out hella merchandise when the anime comes. This would be one of them ones that like, I don't like, what, maybe if it had like a rejuvenation, maybe like somebody, like the fans were just pushing them to be like, yo, make Berserk a good anime. I don't even know what studio I could see doing this. Like I can't even think of an animation that could really do this, because like another anime that has like beautiful, that has like a beautiful manga is like One Punch Man. Like season 1 was like, it did the manga justice season 1. Then in season 2 they switched studios, and that kind of like made it go down and fall off. But some of the stuff One Punch Man covered like later, like in this first 2 seasons, wasn't really like some of the crazy drawn stuff. Because like if they're doing the stuff that's in the monster arc right now that looks crazy good, I don't know who could animate that. But yeah, I don't know, maybe you have to need some crazy like Violet Evergarden type of animation for a Berserk But I don't know, I don't really see it happening like ever, because Berserk's just like the way Berserk is like drawn in the manga, it looks way too beautiful. And like, bro, I can't see no studio just being like, yo, we're gonna tackle this and like actually do it right. And I mean, I think that's the reason why we got that 2016, because they didn't know what they were doing, they just pushed it out. It's like, I really want a Berserk like good adaptation, but we might not ever get one. Like, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Maybe, I mean, it could happen in the next 50 years. It could happen. I could be like, what would I be like? What am I? I'll be like 80, 70, something like that, when Berserk finally gets a faithful adaptation. But I mean, it could happen. You can never say never, but it could. But I don't see it happening no time soon. Maybe if the manga ever finishes, which that's probably never gonna happen either, because hiatus. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But like, there's a lot of things. I mean, there's that. There's Hunter x Hunter. Like, those are certain things I see that are never gonna get finished. Like, you know, I don't see adaptation ever happening. Like, especially a good one. I think certain arcs. And I mean, there's a reason why the Golden Age arc is, because like that's the arc that they quote unquote everybody says is like the best arc, kind of not, or just like certain people say is the best arc. That's why it always what is it? It's got animated 2 times already. One from the 90s and that movie part, and then they try in 2016. I don't even want to talk about whatever that is, because they tried doing other arcs, but it's like, I don't know. I think it's just because once you get to some other arcs, there's more action and like more stuff that's drawn beautifully, and like that would probably be super hard and complicated for people to just like actually animate the right way. But you never know, it could happen. Could I see Mappa doing this? Or yeah, Mappa, I don't know if they could do this. I know they did Jujutsu Kaisen and looking amazing, and Attack on Titan, but it's like, could they do Berserk? I don't know about that. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan's artwork wasn't like as crazy as like Berserk's, but they could. But yeah, I really don't see Berserk ever getting it. I know this was just like me, it was like kind of just like a chill video, just talking. If you're looking for somebody that like goes in crazy depth about Berserk, there's YouTubers for that. I just wanted to talk about this because I was rereading the manga and I was like, wow, why does it not have a good adaptation? I mean, the 90s one looks so good. It's like, bro, just make the 90s style. I would have loved the 90s style, because the 90s style actually looked amazing. Just like amp it up, just like make it look good. Like a good example of that is like when Yu Yu Hakusho had their OVA and they still used their 90s style, but they just made it like modern, more modern. Like if they did that with Berserk, that'd be good. But who would do that though? I don't know. I just don't see it happening. There's way too many chapters. The artwork looks way too good, and it'll probably be way too expensive. But yeah, hey, if you think Berserk's ever going to get a faithful adaptation, let me know in the comments. Let me know what reason you think it would be. Do you think it's because it would cost too much money, or do you think I'm just saying dumb stuff and Berserk's going to get an adaptation? You can let me know. I mean, I don't know if it's going to get one after 2016, 2017, because that was like some BS. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about Berserk, and like if you think it's ever going to get an adaptation, like anything at all. Like, I'm hoping we can get some, but I don't know if we ever will. But yeah, if you enjoyed, you should like. If you didn't enjoy, you could always dislike. Subscribe if you really enjoyed. Let me know what you think about Berserk, and like if you think it's ever going to get an anime, like an actual good anime, like a good adaptation. Like, because it's crazy to think that the 90s one is still the best one we have, and it's like they've already came out like with a movie, and then that trash 2016. It's like it's been so many years since that one came out. But yeah, hey, if you enjoyed, remember you can like, subscribe, all that. Check out some of the rest of the channel, all that stuff. Hey, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.